Have you ever wondered why Buddhist monks are up before the sun, quietly beginning their day while the rest of us keep hitting snooze? It's not just about discipline. It's deeply tied to centuries-old teachings going back to Gautama Buddha's insights on mindfulness and purposeful living. By embracing the stillness of dawn, monks set a calm, focused tone that sustains them all day. Curious about what's behind their early bird routine and how it could transform your own life? Let's explore the spiritual roots of rising early and uncover practical tips you can start using tomorrow. The spiritual roots of rising early. In Buddhist tradition, the morning is revered as a time of clarity and renewal. Gautama Buddha himself often meditated during the pre-dawn hours, when the world was at its quietest. According to monastic custom, waking up early isn't about forcing oneself to suffer, but rather about tapping into a period of natural stillness. At this hour, the distractions of daily life, the noise, the busyness, the obligations, haven't yet taken hold. Monks use this precious window to center their minds on teachings and self-reflection. This practice goes beyond mere habit. Many sutras and commentaries highlight the significance of dawn as a liminal space between darkness and light, mirroring the Buddhist journey from ignorance to enlightenment. In a sense, the early morning becomes a living metaphor for awakening. Monks approach the day's first moments with a sense of sacredness, conscious that how they begin their day often shapes how they'll engage with the challenges ahead. For them, rising early isn't just a routine, it's a spiritual anchor that grounds their study, meditation, and mindful work. In modern life, it can be tempting to see early wake-ups as an outdated relic. Yet when you appreciate their deeper purpose, cultivating mental clarity, reverence, and a mindful approach, you begin to see how adopting an earlier schedule might nourish your own spiritual or personal growth, even if you're not a monk. The role of mindfulness in early mornings. Monks aren't just trying to squeeze more hours out of the day. Their real objective is to align themselves with mindfulness at a time when the mind is most receptive. Buddha taught that a calm, alert mind is essential for progress on the path to enlightenment. Early mornings naturally support this calmness. The world is quieter and distractions are minimal, so the mind is less likely to be pulled in a dozen directions. By rising before dawn, monks can greet the day with deliberate, unhurried awareness. They begin by taking slow, measured breaths or offering a brief gratitude meditation. This moment sets the mental tone, preventing them from rushing headlong into tasks. Instead, they move with intention, whether they're lighting a candle in the meditation hall or reciting morning sutras. This thorough presence ensures that each action, each step taken in the stillness, deepens their connection to the moment. You can adapt the same practice by carving out 10 or 15 minutes upon waking. Rather than checking your phone or diving into urgent matters, try sitting quietly. Notice how your body feels. Observe the quality of your thoughts. Are they already swarming with to-dos, or can you guide them toward calm reflection? This simple shift can help you harness the natural clarity of morning time, bringing mindfulness into the core of your daily rhythm. Setting intention at dawn. One of the reasons monks wake up early is to set a clear intention for the day, guided by Buddha's teachings on right effort and right mindfulness. Before chores or morning duties begin, they often pause to reflect on how they wish to approach their responsibilities, personal interactions, and spiritual practice. It's a brief but powerful ceremony, sometimes taking the form of a silent vow or short prayer that cements their aspiration for the coming hours. This focus on intention is more than just a motivational trick. It's rooted in the Buddhist understanding that our mindset shapes our actions, and our actions shape our destiny. By consciously deciding, "I will act today with kindness and attention," monks redirect the habitual patterns that might otherwise lead them astray. They're effectively training the mind to filter every subsequent choice through a lens of compassion and discipline. In a modern context, you can replicate this by writing down or mentally affirming 1 or 2 intentions when you rise. Maybe it's a vow to handle stress more calmly or to prioritize compassion in every interaction. This doesn't require a monastery or special tools, just a willingness to begin your day with purposeful clarity. Over time, the habit of early intention setting can shift how you respond to setbacks and opportunities, infusing even mundane tasks with a deeper sense of purpose. The energy of sunrise, why it matters. In Buddhism, nature is often seen as a teacher of impermanence and interconnectedness. Sunrise exemplifies these truths. The darkness recedes, revealing a fresh start each day. Monks learn to watch the rising sun not just for its beauty, but for its symbolic reminders. Dawn light is gentle yet steadfast, offering an external representation of the inner light of awareness that Buddhists aim to cultivate. Physically, the early hours can also boost energy and alertness. Research suggests that exposing yourself to sunlight soon after waking helps regulate your circadian rhythm. This natural cue aligns your sleep-wake cycle more closely with day and night, improving sleep quality and daytime focus. Monks, who often lead physically demanding routines, sweeping courtyards, harvesting produce, or cooking communal meals, benefit from this alignment. Their energy isn't forced, it flows from living in sync with natural light. From a spiritual angle, sunrise is a reminder of each new day's potential. Buddha taught that every moment of consciousness is an opportunity to wake up from mental slumber. Watching daylight break offers a quiet sense of renewal, a chance to leave behind yesterday's regrets and approach the new day unburdened. Even if you live in a bustling city, taking a moment to appreciate the morning sky can deepen your sense of connection to the world and invigorate your spirit before obligations take hold. Overcoming obstacles to waking up early. Of course, not everyone jumps out of bed at dawn with a smile. Monks face hurdles too: fatigue, weather, the lure of just a few more minutes of sleep. The difference is they employ strategies grounded in Buddhist discipline to overcome these challenges. One such strategy is consistency. Monks typically follow a strict daily schedule, which trains the mind and body to expect an early rise. Over time, this rhythm becomes second nature. Another method is reminding themselves of why they wake early. Whether it's to meditate, chant sutras, or prepare community meals, their morning has a clear purpose that transcends personal convenience. This sense of higher duty inspires them when comfort beckons. Buddha's teachings on right intention play a role here, ensuring that each morning's routine isn't just a chore, but a meaningful step in spiritual growth. For you, addressing obstacles might mean going to bed at a consistent hour or cutting back on late-night screen time that disrupts sleep. It could also mean placing your alarm across the room so you have to physically get up to switch it off, breaking the habit of hitting snooze repeatedly. Another trick is to plan a small yet meaningful morning ritual, like 5 minutes of quiet reflection or gratitude, that gives you a genuine reason to step out of bed. By tackling the physical and mental barriers, you align yourself with the monastic principle of making space for what truly matters, creating a gentle morning ritual. Once you're up, how you spend the first few moments can make or break your day. Monks often begin with brief meditation or chanting, actions that immediately orient their minds toward mindfulness and devotion. You can design a simpler version at home. Maybe it's lighting a small candle, sipping a cup of tea mindfully, or reading an uplifting verse from a favorite text. The key is to approach these acts with full awareness, not rushing through them or treating them like mere items on a checklist. Another aspect is minimal sensory input. Monks typically keep their living quarters uncluttered, which helps maintain a calm mental environment. If your morning ritual includes grabbing your phone to check emails or social media, you're basically inviting clutter into your mind. Instead, try delaying phone use by 10 or 15 minutes, allowing yourself a pocket of silence to settle into your day. Buddha often spoke of precepts, guidelines that protect peace and clarity. Think of your ritual as a personal precept, a short, consistent framework that defends your morning calm. It could include journaling a few lines about your emotional state, reciting a compassionate intention, and stretching lightly to connect with your body. Over time, this gentle start becomes a familiar refuge, a small but significant daily anchor that supports you through life's chaos. How consistency builds self-discipline. Self-discipline is at the heart of monastic life. and it's arguably the greatest benefit of rising early. Buddha's path to enlightenment involved constant diligence, repeated efforts at meditation, moral restraint, and compassionate action. In the same vein, monks rely on the consistency of their schedule to fortify discipline. Waking up at the same time each day trains the mind to accept certain routines without negotiation. Why does this matter for you? Consistency removes the daily debate of whether or not to roll out of bed. Instead of grappling with that question, you free mental energy for more worthwhile tasks, like focusing on a creative project, engaging in mindful prayer, or taking a serene morning walk. Over time, each day's early rising accumulates into a powerful habit, one that fosters resilience and a sense of groundedness. Consistency also helps you see progress in other areas of life. Maybe your thoughts become clearer or your stress levels gradually decrease. You might notice you're less reactive to midday frustrations simply because you've had a calm start. This steady improvement fuels motivation, making it easier to stick with your early routine. As Buddha taught, small, consistent actions aligned with right intention eventually lead to profound transformation. Waking up early is just one example of how deliberate practice shapes both inner peace and outward success, harmonizing monastic insight with modern life. You might wonder how a monastic schedule fits into modern responsibilities like commutes, family obligations, or late-night work shifts. The answer is to adapt rather than copy. Monks demonstrate the principles, but each person can tailor them. Perhaps you can't wake up at 4 a.m. daily, but you can aim for 30 minutes earlier than your usual time. Or maybe your morning includes preparing lunch boxes for kids, so weave a mindful moment into that routine, breathing calmly as you pack each container. Buddha's teachings emphasize the middle way, a balanced approach that avoids extremes. You don't need to become a hermit to benefit from rising earlier. Instead, pick a manageable target, stick to it for at least a couple of weeks, and observe how your body and mind respond. If you find yourself rejuvenated, keep fine-tuning your routine. Maybe add a quick meditation or a short reading from a Buddhist text to enrich your morning. Ultimately, it's not about imitating a monk's life in full, but about integrating those timeless lessons on discipline, mindfulness, and compassion into your unique circumstances. Even a slightly earlier start can yield surprising calm, clarity, and a renewed sense of control over your day. It's a simple shift with potentially profound outcomes, one that resonates with the Buddha's core message. Each day is a new dawn for self-discovery and purposeful living. Waking up early doesn't have to be grueling. When inspired by Buddha's wisdom and monastic practices, it can become a path to greater clarity and peace. By greeting the day in stillness, you align with nature's rhythms and set a mindful tone that carries you forward. Which tip resonated with you most? Let us know in the comments, and like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Monk Mindset, for more insights on living with balance and intentionality. May each morning bring you closer to the calm and focus you seek.